Every clip is a brick in the wall of chaos. Welcome to Penny Fang. Only at Costco. Come for groceries, stay for industrial snow removal. Lesson learned, big parking lots need big machines. That forklift skipped leg day. Tip, always check balance before lifting heavy loads. When the wall peel feels way too satisfying. Pro tip, remove layers properly before finishing. Firewood prep, but make it cozy. Safety note, hands stay clear, always. That tree fought back for 100 years. Lesson, plan the fall path before the first cut. Road painting, but make it rainbow. Fun fact, clean lines keep traffic safer. That smooth curve is oddly satisfying. Tip, even pressure gives better finishes. When teamwork meets gravity. Reminder, secure panels before lifting. Cleaning turned into a foam party. Lesson, right detergent, right amount. That machine eats leaves for breakfast. Pro tip, regular cleanup prevents clogged drains. When prep is skipped, the paint peels faster than a sunburn. Always clean, sand, and prime first. That's not tree trimming, that's home renovation, gone wrong. Always control the fall direction. When the excavator gets too friendly with the house. Leave a safety buffer machines, don't apologize. This mower looks weird, but it keeps workers safe from slopes. Smart tools beat risky footing. Ice doesn't care how confident you feel. Slow steps and proper boots save bones. Buckets work, but funnels work better. Guide materials to reduce mess and waste. Homemade machines can work but only with guards. Fingers are not replaceable. No push stick. That's gambling with your hands. Always use a guide tool. It moves, but safety was clearly optional. Engineering needs brakes, not bravery. Using brute force on a car engine is a bold choice and usually the wrong one. Engines prefer tools. That bucket looks calm, but gravity is clocking in for work. Always secure loads before lifting. When the fish fights back, that's your cue to slow down and respect the gear limits. Stairs are not delivery ramps. One extra trip beats one broken bone. That pipe placement turns the machine into a mess maker. Always check alignment first. Looks epic, but crowd safety matters. One bad landing can ruin everyone's day. Machines clean floors, not people. Know what your tools are designed for. If concrete escapes the mold, it's not concrete's fault. Formwork matters. Nail guns don't forgive mistakes. Always check the surface before firing. That gutter is growing its own salad. Clean it regularly, or rainwater will find very creative ways into your house. When the load is heavier than your spine, use a dolly or team lift. Your back will thank you tomorrow. Lesson learned. Always check stability first. Gravity never negotiates. Nice smooth strokes. Keep the trowel angle right, and the wall does most of the work for you. That cut is clean, but slow and steady wins. Rushing a blade is how mistakes happen. Big machine, small mistake. Always check ground conditions before rolling in. Overhead work means gravity plus dust. Eye protection here isn't optional. That's what happens when masonry loses support. Structures fail quietly until they don't. Fun vehicle, wrong place. Construction zones aren't racetracks. Consistent torque, consistent safety. Every bolt matters in structural work. This isn't cleaning anymore. This is flood control. Always fix drainage before finishing the floor. When the cleaner works better than the paint job, prep the surface or this happens. Demolition looks easy until gravity joins the project. Stone cutting needs patience, not force. One wrong line and the slab decides for you. That's why we mark holes. Gravity never forgets. Old school precision. Slow hands, strong results. When automation meets organization, safer, faster, cleaner. Teamwork helps, but using the right tool helps more. That pipe looks smooth now, but only if the joints are sealed right. One tiny gap today can become a big leak tomorrow. That edge is razor sharp. Gloves on, slow hands. Metal doesn't forgive rushed mistakes. Even spraying saves material and time. Uneven passes mean redoing the job later. Wet roads don't care how confident you feel. Slow down, traction is everything. Demo looks fun until gravity joins the chat. Always check what's load-bearing first. That trunk is open, but common sense is missing. Secure your load before driving. Roof work isn't about speed. One slip up here can change your life forever. Right tool, right angle. Let the machine work, forcing it only breaks stuff. Snow hides problems well. Clear around the wheels first, not just the doors. That tiny block is doing a big job. Wheel chocks save trucks and lives. That panel is doing parkour and gravity is waiting patiently. Always secure frames before trusting. This ladder is working harder than the drill. Pro tip: stable footing beats bravery every time. When GPS says turn left but common sense took the night off. Always check ground support before driving in. That wrench is one slip away from a toe tax. Tools and feet should never negotiate this closely. Gravity is doing 90% of the job here. Just remember, too much sand can jam more than help. This looks like Mario Kart Parking Garage Edition. Slow speed saves bumpers and friendships. When your phone becomes a squeegee. Fun idea, but microfiber still wins this battle. That building forgot to stay grounded. Structural anchoring isn't optional, it's survival. This is precision with confidence. Measure twice, drill once, cry never. Nature just reminded him who's in charge. Test the footing before trusting the step. Carrying concrete like a gym workout, respect the strength, but your spine might disagree tomorrow. He really wants to impress the boss, but hitting concrete next to live wiring is a risky way to do it. That step turned into a surprise wrestling move. Safety boots exist for a reason. When heavy equipment meets a parked car, someone's insurance is about to have a long day. That ladder looks brave, but one slip and gravity takes over real fast. Missed the turn and found the off-road edition. Slowing down saves more than time. OSHA just felt a disturbance in the force. Always use proper ladder's gravity, never jokes. Cleaning the street but sending the mess straight to future you. Drains need filters, not help. That slope looks fun until it isn't. Always check the edge before committing. Perfect spacing, zero complaints. Machines don't rush, they repeat. This is why heat plus timing equals everything. 1 second off, whole piece is trash. Looks cool, but water hits like concrete at speed. Safety beat style. Every footprint stays forever unless you time the pour, right? Efficient, but unforgiving. One wrong step and the machine wins. Warm drink. Cold weather, just don't block the airflow or the system overheats. Even ice needs order. Small details keep big systems running smooth. Logs go in looking confident. 5 seconds later, they're mulch. Machines don't argue, they just win. Lesson: always keep hands clear of feed zones. That slope said, easy path. Physics said, nope. Ice always collects payment. Lesson: or walk sideways on ice. When the bolt finally moves, everyone suddenly believes in miracles. Lesson: proper torque tools save time and knuckles. That's road skincare. Sealing cracks before winter makes them worse. Lesson: crack sealing prevents expensive repairs. Not pretty, not fancy, but it spins, so it works. Lesson: balance matters for rotating equipment. Looks cool until you remember, sparks are tiny fireballs. Lesson: eye and face protection is non-negotiable. Every snack here gets the same treatment. Speed, precision, no mercy. Lesson: automation ensures consistency. That door opened like a jump scare. Always check your surroundings. That bolt is fighting for its life. Pro tip: always finish wheel bolts with a torque wrench, not just pure rage. Teamwork makes the cut cleaner. One holds steady, one cuts straight. That's how you avoid expenses. That's molten metal, not orange juice. Full safety gear here is non-negotiable. Old school saw, real muscle. Let the saw do the work, forcing it just wastes energy. Best view in the world, but always check wind and landing zone before you jump. Wrong bit, wrong job. Match the bit to the material or you'll strip it in seconds. That's a skid steer, not a monster truck. Know your limits before you send it. Perfect timing, perfect holes. Drilling concrete works best with steady pressure, not speed. Big timber needs patience. Square it first, lift second, saves a lot of back pain. Every massive building starts with careful alignment. One bad measurement can cost weeks. Nice and smooth, that wrist control is doing more work than the tool. Pro tip: Steady pressure beats fast hands every time. This is teamwork on hard mode. One wrong step and gravity becomes the boss. Perfect timing. Perfect balance. Measure twice, hold once, and don't rush the ceiling. When the ground fights back, let the machine do the arguing. Always check what's under the cover. Safety first, curiosity second. Old floors don't leave quietly. Break smart, not angry. That's what happens when balance takes a coffee break. Load limits matter. Slow passes, even pressure. Good concrete is all about patience. Big tiles, small mistakes. Dry fit first or regret later. Night shift, heavy steel. Clear signals keep everyone safe. Old school stone cutting. No rush, just patience, precision, and knowing exactly where to hit. Best city tours ever. No traffic, no tickets, just gravity doing the work. That moment when the forklift says, "I tried." Load balance matters, folks. Looks like it fit on paper, not so much in real life. Measure twice, drive once. Night shift concrete work. Smooth finish now saves expensive repairs later. When manual beats motor, good technique saves your back and your energy. This is not a staircase, it's a trust test. Proper supports are not optional. Perfect cuts make stacking faster and stronger. Precision always pays off. Simple machine, big impact. Sorting materials early means cleaner results later. That's not skating, that's gravity, giving a surprise lesson. Helmets aren't optional, folks. This machine doesn't rush precision, keeps thousands of pages from becoming confetti. Wet plaster plus stairs equals instant slip test. Always secure your footing first. Clean cuts start with stable support control, the tool. Don't fight it. Measure once, drill steady. Rushing is how panels turn into firewood. Sealing the gaps now saves years of leaks later. Details matter. Energy is impressive, but scaffolding beats jumping every time. Soil looks soft until it fights back. Let the tool do the work. Smooth passes beat thick layers. Thin, even coats last longer. This layer is invisible later, but it's what keeps the house dry. When teamwork meets physics, always respect the blade and keep your hands clear. That little machine cuts cleaner than scissors. Perfect tension makes perfect cuts. Spray plaster saves time, but even pressure is the real When the steel cage goes up, clear signals keep everyone safe. Backing up concrete trucks needs patience. Rushing only makes a mess. Precision matters underground. One wrong alignment causes big problems later. A smooth slab starts with steady hands and slow, even passes. Creative, yes. Safe, only if you control the drill speed. Even big machines need balance. Weight distribution is everything. Industrial presses don't forgive mistakes. Focus beats strength every time. That's not just cutting wood, that's respecting the grain. Slow, steady pressure keeps the cut clean and the saw safe. Steel coils don't forgive mistakes. One loose chain here can turn tons of metal into chaos. The secret to a smooth wall: thin layers and patience. Rushing only shows later. Roof tiles aren't just placed, they're aligned. One wrong angle today means leaks tomorrow. Heavy tools do the work, not your back. Let the machine dig, you just guide it. Watching this machine work is oddly satisfying, but remember, keep hands clear. Machines don't forgive curiosity. This looks simple, but roof sealing is all about clean surfaces and even pressure. Rush it, and leaks will rush back. That curved saw isn't for style, it helps follow natural grain and saves effort. Smart tools beat brute force. Clean edges like this come from steady hands, not speed. Precision always wins in woodworking. Working on curved roofs takes teamwork and balance. One wrong step up here is a long way down. Big blade, big respect. Always secure the log first. Power tools don't slow down for mistakes. This job isn't pretty, but proper pipe alignment prevents clogs before they even start. Smooth walls aren't about fancy tools, it's timing, pressure, and patience. Low cut, even pass. Agricultural machines save time, but only when used at the right speed. Efficiency here is all about rhythm. Same motion, same result, thousands of times a day. Slow cuts win here. Rushing stonework is how you crack both the tile and your patience. One clean pull, zero waste, sharp knives, save fish and fingers. Rebar looks messy, but tight ties are what keep concrete from falling apart later. This wall didn't give up easy. Always check what's behind before you go full power. This isn't sanding, this is patience turning wood into art. When the machine spreads evenly, the finish lasts longer. Tech saves backs. Good ventilation matters. Clean air is part of the job, not a bonus. Measure twice, cut once. Fixing mistakes costs more than time. Gravity is free labor, but only if your ramp is solid. Let the machine do the hard part. Standing too close is how accidents start. Cutting asphalt looks easy until you realize every straight line needs patience and perfect control. That's not a fridge, that's an archaeology site. Clean it regularly. Your future self will thank you. When you don't have a tool, you make a tool. Creativity saves time and a lot of mess. Looks fun, but water plus engines is a risky combo. Always check depth before crossing. This machine doesn't rush its slices perfectly every time. Consistency beats speed. That glow means serious heat. Proper protection isn't optional, it's survival. Working high means thinking safe. One wrong move up here changes everything. Roof waterproofing is all about sealing every edge. Miss one spot, leaks will find it. This isn't decoration, it's precision work. Every mark helps the concrete cure evenly. Working in snow like this, that's not construction anymore. That's survival training. This is where patience beats strength. Smooth moves now, save big fixes later. One wrong angle and the whole roll fights back. Always secure flexible materials first. Nothing more satisfying than a perfect straight line. Prep work is 90% of the job. This isn't cooking, but the recipe still matters. Mix evenly or regret it later. Winter maintenance looks easy until your back reminds you otherwise. When machines do the heavy lifting, humans should do the thinking. Concrete waits for no one. Timing is just as important as technique. Simple DIY, smart reuse. Sometimes the cheapest solution is the best one. When the pipe is bigger than your confidence. Pro tip, always brace the hose. Water pressure doesn't play nice. That's not lava, but it'll still ruin your day. Safety rule number 1. Molten metal demands full focus and full gear.
Nos quedó mela. Nos quedó mela.
Clean pour, tight formwork. That's how you avoid cracks later. When the ceiling is uneven, gravity becomes your instrument. Heavy load, slow moves. Rushing is how roofs get expensive. Good teamwork means one builds, one checks, fewer mistakes. One smooth pull now saves hours of grinding later. Just because it stands doesn't mean it's stable.
Ven, no te voy a meter.
Vibration removes air. Not using it removes strength. Measure twice, drill once. Soil doesn't forgive mistakes. Good molds mean clean edges and less rework. Press it flat before it sets. Floors remember shortcuts. Measure twice. Drill once or your floor will start squeaking like it's alive. Always pre-drill near edges. Roof panels don't care about confidence. If they're flipped wrong, water will find a way in. Gravity never lies. Stone looks calm until it crushes your fingers. Gloves aren't optional, they're survival gear.
Ven, no te voy a meter.
This is old school craftsmanship. One bad hit, though, and stone bites back. Control beats strength. Small machine, big attitude. Always check footing, or the soil will decide where you go. That log weighs more than your ego. Secure it first, then cut. Gravity is patient. If the frame isn't level, the ceiling will tell on you forever. Laser lines save lives and reputations. High voltage, high stakes. Lockout power first electricity doesn't forgive shortcuts. Perfect joints come from patience, not speed. What remembers everything. One shaky wheel, one crooked line. Calibration matters more than horsepower.
Ve lo que vos me la...
Perfectly vertical drilling starts with a steady guide, not brute force. This machine turns tree cutting into surgery clean, controlled, and safer. Cocoa doesn't grow in boxes. Nature mixes colors before making chocolate. Quick heat trick, but remember, hot metal stays hot longer than you think. Good sealing isn't pretty first, it's clean, tight, and done slowly. Stone shaping is all about patience. Rush it, and you ruin the piece. Always remove drywall. Top-down gravity is not your coworker. Edge mowing looks easy until you miss one line. Precision matters.
Ven, tómela.
Nice and clean hit. Pro tip, always mark your hole first, or the chisel will do its own freestyle. When your grocery bag needs heavy equipment, big bag, big responsibility. This stack is one wobble away from disaster. Rule 1. Height is not a flex. Looks easy, but flat floors show every mistake. Slow strokes make smooth finishes. That bounce means compaction. Solid ground now saves cracks later. Gravity doing half the job here. Keep flow steady to avoid weak spots.
Ven, tómela.
Perfect rows don't happen by accident. Even spacing equals healthy growth. Lift with your legs, not your back. Your spine will thank you later. Measure twice. Drop once. A bad fit here becomes a daily headache. Pressure looks fun until it's not. Control the hose, not the other way around.
Ven, tómela.
That hopper looks calm, but one wrong signal and it's raining rocks. Clear hand signals save lives on site.
Nos quedó Mela.
This isn't just slapping mud. The mesh helps the plaster grab and prevents cracks later. That hole isn't a mistake, that's controlled blasting. Mining is precision, not chaos. When heavy trucks slide, it's usually speed plus ice. Winter tires aren't optional, they're survival. If your ladder is your only plan, you need a better plan. Secure lifting saves backs and bones. Smooth concrete starts before it's poured. Proper formwork is half the job. No machines, just skill. One wrong angle and you lose speed, or a finger. Looks fun until the ice cracks. Always check thickness before trusting frozen water. Metal doesn't forgive mistakes. Tight clamps and steady feed make clean cuts. The final layer is where patience matters. Rush it, and the wall will tell on you later. That's not a green army, that's perfect warehouse stacking. Balance, spacing, and load limits keep forklifts from turning into domino machines. This drill doesn't rush. Straight down, steady pressure, clean hole. That's how foundations stay strong for decades. Slow feed, even tension. One wrong pull here, and the whole sheet turns into expensive scrap. Perfect furrows mean better roots. Straight lines in farming save time, water, and a lot of frustration. Smooth spreading is the secret. Even layers dry faster and prevent mold later. Old machine, solid principle. Slow crushing gives better texture and less waste. This is low-tech leveling done right. A straight guide beats guessing every time. Teamwork matters here. Lift together, align once, and the track stays safe for years. Gravity plus vibration equals danger. That's why experienced operators respect slope limits. Small machine, big control. Compact excavators are perfect when space is tight, but precision matters. This is how forests get a haircut. Slow, steady, and always cut away from your feet. That cut is so clean it looks fake. Proper speed and sharp tools make all the difference. Measure twice, cut once, and suddenly everything fits like magic. No machines, here just skill, rhythm, and years of experience. This little beast proves size doesn't matter, traction and control do. Old school plastering, but still strong, breathable, and eco-friendly. Slow cuts beat fast mistakes. Straight lines come from patience. Controlled demolition when physics does the heavy lifting. Winter roads forgive no one. Good tires save lives. Clean formwork removal means a stronger, smoother concrete finish. Slow and steady wins the floor. Straight lines now mean no squeaks later. This tool cuts clean, but only if you respect it. Safety glasses save eyes. Fire on the ceiling. Controlled heat, not panic. This seals and strengthens. Final inspection by the site manager. Pause. Say it's still wet. Measure twice, cut once. Stone doesn't forgive mistakes. A small brace now prevents a big problem later. Structure matters. This isn't a scratch, it's a reminder to slow down and check your space. Big tires don't mean invincible. Terrain always wins.
Ve lo que vos me la. nos quedó mela.
Lining up rebar like this saves time and keeps the structure strong. Small detail, big safety win. Creative transport, but remember, stability matters more than speed when moving heavy loads. A clean edge makes all the difference. Lawn work is half skill, half patience. Good ventilation and clear access, that's how you prevent small problems from becoming big ones. Looks easy, but timing matters. Dry leaves today, slippery mess tomorrow. A solid frame starts at the corners. Measure twice, tighten once. Vertical rebar like this needs perfect alignment. Gravity doesn't forgive mistakes. Hard work, tight space. Always check footing before swinging that tool. Smooth finish isn't about speed, it's about pressure and timing. Machines can handle water, but operators must respect the terrain. That's one confident tap, but always measure twice before you trust the hammer once. This insulation looks shiny, but the real job is trapping heat, not reflections. Smooth concrete is satisfying, but timing matters. Too early or too late ruins the finish. Nature made the logs heavy, physics makes the balance tricky. This looks relaxing, but working near edges always deserves full attention. Underfloor heating only works when spacing is right. Precision saves energy later. Cleaning bricks is easy, cleaning mistakes later is not. Machines make it faster, but knowing when to stop makes it safer. Old school machines still work if the operator respects their limits. Neat edges don't happen by accident, they come from patience and control. Perfectly poured concrete smooth like butter. The secret: steady speed and clean edges. This machine knows exactly where to dig. One wrong move here, and trains won't be happy. Gravity always wins. That's why load balance matters more than speed. Drill straight, not tight. Over-tightening cracks panels faster than rain ever will. If the bubble's centered, your wall won't betray you later. This is why forklifts need certified operators. One mistake, one flying house. Teamwork makes roofs stand straight. Measure twice, lift once. Chainsaws don't forgive. Sharp blade, steady hands, full focus. Miss the stud, hid the regret. Always follow the layout lines. Slow pressure, not brute force. Stone breaks cleaner when you let the tool work. That excavator isn't just digging, it's giving the field a clean haircut. Clearing vegetation first makes land prep faster and safer. Compressed air turns heavy material into a smooth flow. Control the pressure, or you'll redecorate the whole room. Stone cutting is all about steady hands and the right blade. Rush it, and the stone will fight back. Roof framing looks easy until you're doing it mid-air. Measure twice, tighten once. Lifting a car like this needs perfect balance. One mistake, and gravity takes over. When tools break, creativity shows up. Just remember, not every machine is built for every job. Simple setup, smart workflow. Sometimes efficiency beats expensive machines. Overloading saves time until it doesn't. Weight distribution matters more than speed. Curves demand patience. Small adjustments make the circle look perfect.
No quedó mera.
Hot sparks mean serious danger. Eye protection here isn't optional, it's survival. Now that's not cooking. That's molten metal on turbo mode. One wrong move here and your gloves become souvenirs. Always respect heat, it doesn't give second chances. This is what happens when elevators say not today. Creative. Yes, safe. Only if everything is properly anchored. Lifting jobs need planning, not just confidence. Pure physics doing the heavy lifting here. Leverage beats brute force when you use it right. Know your tools.
No quedó mera.
What's going on?